Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:43 scale Bburago Chevy Corvette C4. This one has been very well played with, as you can see, and it shows up mostly in the decals, or the stickers in this case, just peeling off. Otherwise, the windshield and the wheels are both very reusable, and I'll certainly keep that as original as possible today. This is my entry in a buddy build with Ricky at Irie Fix Diescasts. Ricky and I have collaborated before, so this isn't our first rodeo together. It's always fun for me to watch his creations on his YouTube channel. We decided for this one, the theme is racing cars. Any casting will do. Mine just happened to start out in a racing livery, but that'll get a facelift for sure. Ricky's very skilled at this hobby, and just an all-around great guy, so I hope you'll visit his channel. I've put a link in the description, and you can go there and get all subbed up and become one of his regulars. You'll be happy that you did. Tell him that Andrew sent you by. Bburago might be a new diecast maker for some of you, but they're very popular over here in Europe where I live. Originally, the company was based in Burago di Molgora, Italy, where all products were made from 1976 to 2005. Bburago, correctly spelled with 2 B's, has been a brand under the umbrella of Maisto since 2007. Once those ugly stickers were peeled off and the paint was stripped away, it's time to get down to some bare metal detail, as is standard step in a restoration or a custom process, and this one has cleaned up very nicely. I checked it all over for casting lines or burrs or extra flashing that needed attention, and it passed inspection and goes through degreasing and the primer stage. You'll often see me spraying a plastic spoon with my airbrush before painting the car, and that's simply to check the flow and the pressure and the color mix, if indeed I did any mixing. In this case, it's straight out of a Vallejo bottle with a little bit of thinner and flow improver. And I'm going to do a fade job on this one. So stage 2 is green on the back, and I'm going to try to fade that right about the middle of the roof and the doors. Came out nicely, I think. I let that set up and I gave it a coat of clear. Before this next step, I'm masking off the prominent horizontal shot line that goes from the front to the back on this. And here's a technique. I don't know if I invented this or not, but the concept in this kind of masking is to get as little sticky tape on my fresh paint as possible. And so this low stick painter's tape, the purple masking tape, goes over top of the Tamiya, and I use some kitchen wrap around the rest. Simply covers the car and it doesn't stick to anything. And then I apply the third coat. And here's the unmasking, where you have to be careful because that kitchen wrap flies around and it's covered with paint. And that was successfully done. And the precision unmasking is when the Tamiya hobby tape comes off. And with a little bit of luck, as always, I had a very nice razor sharp line on that. And everything goes into my homemade UV light box for curing. It's going to be a heavy decal job today because it's a race car livery and I make my own at home, and you've seen me apply them before. The steps are similar. And if you haven't caught on yet, I'm going for a Jamaican color scheme here. The flag is green and yellow and black, and red stripe is a Jamaican produced beer. Ricky, that's just for you. But to keep you safe going around the track, I thought I'd better put a steering wheel in this. Hello, Bburago. Oversight. But that's easily amended. and I'll paint that up in a couple of minutes. The C4 racing cars usually have blacked out wheels, and so I thought I'd cover the chrome with a slightly off black, dark gray. And it looks like that. The C4 was produced by Chevrolet from '83 to '96 with assembly at the Corvette plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky. General Motors had acquired Group Lotus, a UK-based performance car manufacturing firm, in 1986, and the Corvette division approached Lotus with the idea of developing the world's fastest production car to be based on the C4 platform of the Corvette. With input from GM, Lotus designed a new engine dubbed the LT5, which was an aluminum block V8 with 4 overhead camshafts and 32 valves, producing 375 horsepower in the ZR1 model. The '86 Corvette was named as the pace car for the Indianapolis 500, so doing a race car livery on this one was not a stretch. And in early March 1990, the ZR1 would set a new record for the highest 24-hour, 5,000-mile land speed by going over 175 miles per hour, or 282 kilometers per hour. There's only the 3 main parts that go back together, like so. I put a Corvette emblem in that back deck under the rear hatchback window. I thought it looked a little better than plain bare diecast showing. And there are no screws, as you saw in the disassembly, so it just fits together with headlights in a tongue and groove style and a snap in the back. Let's have a closer look at that beautiful gloss finish I got with 3 coats of clear over top of all the decals once they had set and dried. Blacked out wheels. Minimal details on the base, but I think it looks good, and I even put the driver's name on the roof over the doors. Pretty sad looking when we got started with those peel-off stickers. They weren't even straight. And see that bare deck under the hatch? So I dressed it up a little. It's a facelift on this one in the Jamaican flag colors, with a little Jamaican special attention with the red stripe sponsors. And overall, I think it came out very well, and I always have fun doing these builds with Ricky, and I hope you enjoyed this too. If you haven't already got subbed up, hit that button right now. It'll cost you absolutely nothing. This goes into a blister pack as a gift, as do all my cars. Peace be to Journey, man. Thanks for visiting today. I hope you'll come back again soon and often. It's coffee time.